And I see it in Muslim organizations. I'm not going to name names, but there was a course on prayer. And they were saying in this, set your mind on something, like you want to get married or have a child, and basically book the hall before you've even found the spouse, your potential spouse. Get the room painted and ready before the child comes in, so you can almost bring it in. I mean, that's incredibly problematic for me. Even if let's step aside from the theology, psychologically, how are you going to deal with that when that doesn't if that doesn't happen?
I have somebody recently lost her sister, lost her mom, and lost her dad in the same year. And she's grappling with it. And she says, it's like, it's there and it's real. And a part of her process is recognizing, wow, like I have this sense of, I don't want to say entitlement, but I have this assumption that if I ask you for something, it's going to come in this certain way, and part of her history is not having the capacity to even ask or name what she wanted. So it's like this compensation, but now it's not out of balance. And, it's like, I think within the same vein of this, I mean, Allah, I'm asking you, like I'm making dua, like.
I think that's beautiful that she's able to, at that stage, but like you said, you've contextualized it. You said she wasn't able to ask, she's moved to asking, and naturally it will come out in a very sort of, intense way. And now we say, look, that's wonderful that you're able to ask, but it's got to move to the next stage now.
Exactly.
Almost like a maturer way of asking. To ask is to be vulnerable, isn't it? So can I ask and be vulnerable, but also protect myself if it doesn't work out, and almost give myself that reassurance rather than just giving my all over?
Really. I have yet to meet anybody who had that capacity to be vulnerable enough to share with me that they have this thing with Allah. When it's like that, it's not easy for them to name it, and it frightens them and it's overwhelming. But in being real, like I actually feel that, and I don't want that. I want to be trusting. I want to be receptive of Allah's good, and knowing Allah Ta'ala as Arhamur Rahimin, the most merciful of the merciful. But there's a part of them that's knotted when it's out of the theological space. Like, I mean, another example, just recently, I have somebody who wants to have a baby, and she's terrified. What if the baby, what if she miscarries it? What if it comes out unhealthy? What if it changes her life utterly and just puts her into disarray and disorganization that she can never recover from? What if? And there's a type of distrust that she explained it with God. You can't sit there and just say, I believe in the mercy, I believe in manifestation and the abundance of the...
I mean, I'm very reluctant using affirmations.
Yeah.
I'm not discounting them completely, but what we do in SE is like we say, like Peter would do this. He would say to someone, I feel alive. And then the person will say it and they say, what's your response to it? Yeah. I'm not really interested in the statement. Are you open to that? You want to be curious. What's your response to the affirmation?
That's right.